Hi, Alina Oldham here with handmadeprettygifts.com, and my last project I showed you how to make a box like this, and I said that today I'm going to show you how to make a box like this, but instead of a closed face have like an aperture so you can see what's inside the box. Now if you remember, yesterday we made this box using a piece of cardstock, heavy cardstock, that was 11 inches by 7 1/4. So what I did yesterday, if you remember, I scored at a 3 1/4 mark, 5 1/8, 5 7/8. Then I turned my paper like this, and I scored at 3/4, and I scored at 6 1/2. Right here all the way to the first line. And then I said you turn this paper, because this is going to be your lid, and you're going to score at 3/4. But if you remember, the trick yesterday was that you line up the paper in this corner right here, and then you just pull the paper a little bit to have just a little hair, and then you score at 3/4. Do the same on this side, line it up all the way, and then pull it up a little bit and score at 3/4, and then turn it like this and do the other side. Do the same thing, line it up in the corner and then pull out a little bit, leaving a little space right here, and score at 3/4 all the way to the second score line. And that's how I got this piece of cardstock that's gonna turn into my card box. So go back and see my other video, because I'll tell you how to make this card. Now what I did today, I got from StampinUp this lots of labels framelits dies, okay, and they look like this. So I took the third die down and I cut an aperture in my paper. Now you'll have to have a die cutting machine for that. The one I have is a Big Shot, the little one, and I also have a grand caliber, so if I need to cut any paper that is wider than 6 inches, then it goes into my grand caliber. If it's 6 inches wide, then it goes into my Big Shot. So I cut an aperture here, and then I took the first size up, the biggest die in my set, and the third. So I was 1, 2, 3. I took the first and the third. I lined it up. I lined it up like this. I taped it together. So now I have a frame, and I use some designer paper. I put it on and I run it through my die cutting machine, and I got something that looks like this. I got a little frame. Okay, so on my box, this is going to be my lid, and this is going to go like right here. Okay, now I don't want my box to be open. I want something that goes in right here. So this is where I took a piece of acetate, and I took the second largest die from the set, and I cut a piece of acetate. Just this, of course, is between the largest die and the third one down, and because it's in between this frame right here, I will have to glue down before I put my frame on top. And that's how I'm going to close my box, and there's going to be a piece of acetate. Using some wet glue, I place the wet glue very close to the edge. I'll take my acetate I'll place it on top. If you have a bone folder, you can use it. And then I will have to put some tape, and I'm going to use glue, wet glue again, because I can move it in place. If I use dry double-sided adhesive, once I put it down, it stays down, but if I use wet glue and I place it down, I can sort of kind of manipulate it into place. And I'll give this just a second to dry. This glue holds together really, really strong, and it's very good for boxes too, because it's a very strong glue, and it doesn't take long to dry. Once it dries, it's a permanent bond, so you'll have to rip your papers apart. So that's how I have a window in my box. And now I'll go ahead and if you watch my previous video, you'll see that what I did, I cut on all this score lines and I notched it. And I do that on all my slide score lines, and I will end up with something like this. Now I can go ahead and fold on the score lines. Glue goes on all these tabs. I'm using Fast Fuse. It's very strong adhesive from StampinUp. Okay, so this is my lid. This is gonna go in. And hold. Hold. And here is my box. Okay, so now I have to see if the card that I have fits inside. Now here's the card that's going to go inside. Fits in perfectly, and that's how the box is gonna look like. Now you can go ahead and do some more additional embellishing. You can do whatever you want to do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add a little bow using this twine, and I also have this little gingerbread man that I can put right here, and I'll go ahead and make a bow. I'll put a bow right there. So I'm gonna stick this little guy with a glue dot. I guess on this foot and on its head. I'll take a little, I'll put him right here, And I always having a hard time tying a bow, so I try to make it easy. I just tie a knot. And then I try to do a bow. I tie the tails a little short. And there's my box. And I'm very happy. I like to see what I have inside my box. Thanks for watching. This is Alina with handmadeprettygifts.com. See you on my next project.